just mentioned job prospects. Do you feel this 2004 verdict, unemployment and this feel-good factor which the BJP tried to fan actually played a lot of role?
Listen, it's a very clear thing. If you have no job, if there are members of your family without a job, without a regular income, then telling them that India is shining and feel good is, to put it very, very mildly, an insult. You are insulting people by saying, you should feel good. How do you feel good? And I'm surprised because there are a lot of very intelligent people in the BJP party who must have given a thought to this. All right. The fact, for example, that they even coined this slogan in English, for me, at that very point, I knew what are they doing. I mean, the force of a slogan like Garibi Hatao was simply not there in India shining. And this is because, and again, in the media, we did not know to what extent pervasive poverty, fear of unemployment, suicides by farmers, the aftermath of Gujarat, all these put together created in the minds of millions and millions of voters a certain degree of frenzy, saying, I mean, how dare they tell us the country is shining? All right. Now, as far as I'm concerned, the slogan was ill-devised. But the fact is that during the past 4 or 5 years, India has made enormous amount of progress. As someone who travels abroad quite often, I can tell you one felt proud because everyone was talking about IT, everyone was talking about progress in various fields. So this business of simply dismissing the past 5 or 6 years as of no consequence is something I don't buy. Nevertheless, the slogan was ill-advised.
In other words, you are saying that from 4 to 16 and then again losing 3 out of the 4, the Sonia factor did not work at all. It was an incumbency factor which worked.
No, because the Sonia factor cannot be the dominant factor in all conditions. You're once again, we are taking just one factor and believing that factor will work everywhere else. It doesn't. There are a lot of local issues. And sometimes if local frustrations are at a very high pitch, then any other, whether it is Sonia Gandhi's appeal or the appeal of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, none of these things work. If the anger from below is directed at whoever happens to be in the chair in that particular state, then it's going to have an adverse effect on that particular political party. So take this thing. We should look at politics in this country as a combination of so many elements, that what is happening is we instead choose to have slogans. All right, this time it was anti-incumbency, then other time it was TINA and all that. Now, TINA and all that is fine, but the country is changing, and the reason why we need more complex tools is simply because of the pace and the extent and the nature of change at every level in this country. I mean, people forget, for example, that one of the reasons why elections sprung a surprise in this time was because of the large number of people who were voting for the first time. This is a remarkably young country, and there are very few ways of knowing what people below the age of 25 are thinking, because hardly anyone goes and speaks to them. The only young people that the media seems to be speaking to are celebrities. But there are a lot of young people worried about job prospects, worried about law and order, worried about the fact that there are no good public health facilities. These are some of the things that can come. So we never know when local frustrations, when local angst coalesces together to produce something much, much more significant than factors like TINA or anti-incumbency or the personality cult.